Chapter 1. You must quit that day job or risk being unhappy for life. If your day job doesn't give you enough enthusiasm to get out of bed in the morning, then it's high time you stopped. Your job should give you fulfillment and a sense of being that makes you happy every day. A lot of people work to survive, and they sacrifice happiness for survival. You can change that today. You can combine survival with doing the job you love, and that's why this piece is ideal for you. Jeff Walker, using himself as a case study, has been able to create a timeless principle that will last millions of years. These principles serve as guides on how to start a business from scratch and turn it into a multi-million-dollar enterprise as long as you're committed and hardworking. If you're interested in finding out more about how to create a successful business with simple strategic steps, then this summary is ideal for you. If you want something to happen, you have to make people able, and you have to make them want to. Dr. Steve Kerr. Chapter 2. You must understand the basic principles of starting an online business before selling your products. Like many people, Jeff Walker was never really interested in the corporate business world. He didn't fit in, and he found it very hard to concentrate at work. He thought about his situation and decided on one thing. He had to quit his day job. Quitting the job meant he had to stay at home and be a Mr. Mom for his kids. It also meant that he had to rely on his wife to care for him and the kids, something which wore his wife down. He was not happy with the situation, so he decided to take a bold step. Working from home with his computer, Jeff used his knowledge of the financial market to create a new business for himself that would end up changing his life and the whole world at large. He created a newsletter that contained tips on how to make the most of the investment market, and he sold it to his subscribers. He made his first sale minutes after launching the newsletter, and it set him on a journey of endless possibilities. It's okay to quit your day job if it's not giving you the fulfillment you're after. A job that does not give you any fulfillment will wear you down physically and mentally. You must find out the thing that you're good at and develop a way to make a career out of it. Sitting idle won't help you in any way. After his first few months, Jeff realized that the methods he suggested in his newsletter worked, so he developed a formula. Product Launch Formula, PLF, for himself on how to launch new products and generate enough revenue in a short time. His recipe worked so well to a point where he was able to generate over $20 million from the sales of his methods only. One of the most important aspects of the PLF is to create an email list. The email list must be responsive and well organized. An email list allows you to set priorities and reach your target audience easily. Also, the lists help you contact your subscribers directly. Email lists are more effective than social media if you learn how to use them well. You must develop good content and find a way to create free incentives that capture people's interest. The incentive could be a free book or a discount, depending on your choice. You must also interact with your readers at all times and give room for feedback. A good email list will open you up to partnerships and interests from people outside your subscribers list because you can link it to their social media accounts. Email lists allow you to get sufficient information about your customers so that you can create personal ads for them based on their preferences. Attract your old customers with more content so that they can always come back for more. Chapter 3. Knowing what triggers people helps you make better decisions. For you to attain your desired goal, you must first understand why you want to start a business in the first place. Understanding this means that you must find a target audience and study what triggers them. You will consider factors like what the people need, why they need it, when they need it, its affordability, and its ease of use. Several mental triggers attract people to your business, and some of them are reciprocity. People are naturally inclined to return a good gesture. When you offer your subscribers or customers premium service, they are inclined to give you something in return. This means that if you put up great content, people will reciprocate by buying your products. Authority. You must establish authority in your specialized area. This means you must create an identity that makes people respect your product for being levels above other products. The moment people see you as an authority, they automatically listen to your idea. Trust. Be true to your words and establish a mutual relationship with your subscribers where they can count on what you say. Your subscribers or customers need to know that they can trust you so that they'll be interested in listening to you in the future. Community. Create or join a community where people listen to your ideas. When you are part of a community that's concerned about growth, you'll have more listeners and buyers. People find it easy to associate with proven innovators. Anticipation. Capture people's attention by creating something they can anticipate. Add a preview of your next business idea to your next newsletter, or give a hint to a premium content that would keep users interested in your business. Conversation. Try to listen more than you speak or write. Customers love to be heard. They love it when they are the ones doing the speaking, so find a way to interact with them. Read their emails and reply to their feedback. Do not ignore their suggestions and make sure you make them feel involved in your business plans. Social proof. Use reviews, testimonies, and online reputation for selling your idea to the people. When people see that you have a great reputation, they'll automatically respect your idea and value your authority. It also helps to build trust and lasting relationships. Chapter 4. Your pre-launch content is the platform on which you must build a successful business. The third method on the PLF is the sales letter, which is a long document that is primarily focused on convincing your readers in many ways on why they should buy your product. This document has to be rich in content, and you must outline your plans in the clearest way possible. If you are creating a sales letter for a pre-release product, it is advisable to divide it and send it at regular intervals. This acts as a feedback, and you'll know whether people are buying into your ideas or not. You can attract the attention of your subscribers and readers by distributing the document daily, per page. An ideal sales letter is usually 10 pages long, which means you can send only one page daily. Each page must contain enough information to capture the reader's attention. Don't focus too much on what you stand to gain from your readers. Rather, focus on what the subscribers stand to gain from you. An ideal pre-launch content, PLC, can be spread over 7 days or 10 days depending on your preference. For the 7-day PLC, you can use the following. Day 1. Release PLC 1. Day 3. Release PLC 2. Day 5. Release PLC 3. Day 7. Open cart. If you are interested in the 10-day PLC, however, you can use Day 1. Release PLC 1. Day 5. Release PLC 2. Day 8. Release PLC 3. Day 10. Open cart. On the first day, you release the first PLC, introducing your plan to the readers. The third day will be for your plan, the framework, the blueprint, and how your readers stand to gain massively. The last part should be reserved for the last day of sending the PLC. This last part concludes your argument and gives the readers the chance to ask questions or make suggestions. Your readers must be kept engaged, lest they lose interest quickly. If you can't write out the sales letter yourself, employ a professional writer and give him the laid down plans of what you have in mind. Chapter 5. The amount of sales you make in the future depends on the first impression you make on your customers. Now that you've been able to create a product, built a good reputation around it, and also created a successful pre-launch framework, it's time to get the ball rolling and sell your wares to people. The first step to take is to run a comprehensive test of your sales platform and test every available feature. This includes your cart, transaction page, and order processing. When everything works fine, you can then move to the next stage, which is to create a sense of urgency for your readers. You must package your product in a way that your readers will be interested in purchasing your product immediately. You can do this by creating an exclusive offer that will last for a limited time. Example, first 50 people to purchase get a discount of 5%. This sense of urgency is good because it gives people an incentive to buy your product. Once your product receives its first sale, you are in business, and the one thing that should occupy your mind is how to be better. Prepare a newsletter to thank your readers for purchasing your product and leave room for feedback and more comments. While waiting for feedback, it is important to note that not all feedback will be positive. Some readers will downgrade your product and try to pull down your confidence, but you must trust yourself and the quality of the idea you are selling. Make sure people receive their orders on time, and always give a warning if your product is out of stock or is of limited stock. Prepare yourself for a growing subscribers list and make sure your servers are updated to accommodate more people. As mentioned before, put up signs or warnings to inform your customers of a change or a piece of important information. Don't let your conversations be based on sales alone. Check up on your subscribers and be quick to celebrate with them on important days. Be careful not to bore your subscribers with excessive mail or messages. Don't be intrusive into their personal lives and refrain from making things personal with them regardless of what they do. Chapter 6. You can make sales before developing a product as long as you are proactive and willing to learn from your subscribers. There's a way you can make successful sales without having a product or a list. Thanks to Seed Launch, you can make sales by generating revenue from an idea that doesn't exist yet. Seed Launch is a business technique that allows you to sell a product or plan that does not yet exist. This doesn't mean you won't have an outline. You must have an initial plan, but your subsequent plans will come after you've made sales. Tara and her husband Dave developed a plan to create an online seminar where people will pay to get taught things on the topic "You're Perfect." This plan worked well, and they were able to make around $3,000 in sales for the first class. For the subsequent classes, however, Seed Launch was a technique they both used. Using the first video seminar as a framework, the couple were able to bring out more topics that will be used in subsequent classes. The listeners had already subscribed, but the product only became ready after their first session. If you want to apply the Seed Launch technique, you must be smart and creative. To successfully apply the Seed Launch, compile a small list of people that are very likely to be interested in something you have authority over. Take a long look at the list and start evaluating based on what they would likely want and why they would want it. Make findings using social networks and available information to know what the people on the list are interested in. Once you've established what they want, develop a detailed plan on how to get them to agree with your ideas and why they should subscribe to your plans. Your first session together is very important because it serves as the basis for which subsequent sessions will work. Be sure to convince your readers or listeners to continue subscribing to your plan. One of the biggest problems of selling your products is getting the required amount of emails to send your newsletter to. This can prove to be a huge problem, but there are organizations ready to help you out. Adopting a joint venture with reputable organizations will help you generate better results and more sales. Before you create any business, you must first ask yourself why you want to create the business. If it's for the monetary value, that's simply not enough. To find fulfillment in what you do, you must create a business that you love. A business that you love is a business with purpose and direction. Find that thing that you love, and that can also fetch you good revenue and turn it into a booming business. Never stop learning from your customers. They sometimes possess the information that would help your business grow bigger and better. Did you know more than 50% of Americans are not happy with their jobs? There is little success where there is little laughter. Andrew Carnegie. Conclusion. The success of any business is reliant on your preparedness and the techniques you use in achieving your plans. The survival of any business is determined by careful planning and adequate calculations, as well as the determination to succeed. Your business must be built on trust and lasting relationships with your subscribers. Jeff Walker has laid down a tested and well-trusted business blueprint for anyone who is interested in starting a business online. However, you can also apply these techniques to your business that's not online, as long as you apply them accordingly. Keep it at the back of your mind that you can always start now. All you have to do is to follow the principles of the PLF, and you'll increase your chances of success. Try this. Create a newsletter that outlines your business plan and makes a list of at least 100 people. Send them the newsletter and ask if they would be interested in reading your next business plan.